to accept the fact that this city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. Biblical. What it means is Old Testament in there, real wrath of God type stuff. Fire, brimstone, up in the skies, rivers and seas, boiling, 4 years of darkness, earthquakes, tears, rising, free, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, vegetarian.
Well. Well. How about that? Who would have thought that all of a sudden that the Instagram would be working? Guess what? It is. The Instagram feed is finally working. Yes, at Sam Newsman on Instagram, at Sam Newsman on Instagram. We'll see how long it lasts because, as we all know, I intend to have cement shoes when it comes to this kind of thing. But thank God finally that we're no longer banned on Instagram. We can finally live stream again. And here we are, setting the standard, raising the bar, the only way a real media puppet knows how to do. Broadcasting live from the beautiful campus here at the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. Want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. A couple of things here right out of the gate. Like I said, at Sam Newsman on Instagram. It's up and running. A couple of people here already in the chat. Stefan, I see you. Marcelo, Princeton, I see all of you there in the chat. So shout out to all of you. Destiny Marie, I see Audrey and Cato, of course, driving along. And Crypto Alchemist are already here in the chat. So, of course, interactive show. Who else? We have Blackie Music Prime. I see them. They just came in here as well. Tell everybody that we do have the Sam Cam up live and running again. This is the first time in months we've been able to do this. Well, I had to create an additional Instagram account. Shout out to Bar Top Reviews. Just joining in to the show. Like I said, interactive show, here we are, but we are now finally able to broadcast on Instagram, which has been forever. Shout out to White Vegeta. People are now coming in. They're pouring in now out of nowhere because all of a sudden right now, Sam the man puppet. Thanks so much. Queen B, of course, joining in. People are all joining in. Now let everybody know. Go ahead and send this out that we do have a signal. The signal is up and running again. First time in months. We've been able to sit there and be on Instagram, at least on our actual Instagram feed. The at Sam Newsman feed. It's kind of a celebration, if you will. I wanted to celebrate. Well, I was about to sit there and go live at Sam Newsman. That's what we posted, right? Well, I think on Instagram we said, oh, live stream at Sam Newsman Live. Well, it's not there. It's actually at Sam Newsman. I have to go back and edit that out. Well, like I said, of course, yes, I do have cement shoes, and I don't expect this to last. It probably won't last that very long. So shout out to Sergeant Schultz, of course, down there in the chat as well. Queen Bee just said, hey, Sam, love you too. Now, of course, one of the couple of things right out of the gate, shout out to Art for opening up the show. Celebrating the best news ever is what Bar Top Reviews says. Thank you, Bar Top. I do appreciate that. Well, before this show, Art is here. Art gets us lost every Saturday morning from 7 to 9. Of course, I show up around 9-ish or so. We try to get the signal up and running at 9:11, right? 9:11. Well, very important 9:11. There, of course, what else? What other time would we put the signal out there? 9/11 just has a nice, wonderful ring to it. And of course, the reason why we start the show at 9/11 because this is an inside job. That's right. It is an inside job. Well, here inside at the beautiful campus, here in the WDCE studios, the beautiful campus of University of Richmond. I kid. Well, do I kid? I don't know. Who knows? All I know is that I'm excited because we are live at Sam Newsman on Instagram. We're also live over here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Facebook, YouTube, and X also as well. Now, if you are driving around here in Richmond, all you would have to do is just turn on your radio. Turn on your radio and you would hear my beautiful puppet voice coming out of the frequency of 90.1 FM. Yes, that's a real radio microphone over there. Yeah, that's right. Real radio microphone over there, a camera over here, 3 cameras over here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ways that you can listen to us all over the internet. Now, we are broadcasting on the internet, WDCE.org. Shout out to Mud Scuffer. Shout out to Mud Scuffer. Sam for president. President of what? Just this show. Because I think that in order for me to actually run for president, I would have to be some kind of criminal or hang out on Epstein Island. So no president for me. No presidency for me. President of this show. How about that? President of Saturday morning. How does that sound? So, but if people are wondering, like I said, this is an interactive show, so please feel free to jump in whenever you like. And if I do see your comments, I will just mention it. So Sam, cement shoes are for mafia are for mafia boats or bosses. What? Well, no, I got the cement shoes when it comes to the algorithms. This all started back on 9/11, right? I did 2 9/11 posts. They got banned on TikTok. They got flagged on Instagram. And ever since then, my numbers have just been, they haven't been tanking. But, I just stopped. I stopped doing the reels. But we did start doing reels the other day. We did. We started doing reels the other day. It's the first time we've done those in a while. So, but yeah, at Sam Newsman, all over social media, you'll be able to see the news reels. We did one on the 4th. We did one last night on the 5th. We'll do one later this afternoon. Hopefully, what we'll be able to do is do 2 a days here pretty soon. 2 a days. And because we do have something big coming up, which I'll tell you in just a moment. Before I do that, shout out and congratulations to Todd, who runs the Lollipine show here on WDCE. Shout out to Todd. Todd ended up winning the Best Under the Radar radio show. Yeah, Best Under the Radar radio show by Style Weekly. So we are excited for that because, I tell you what, it's really great when we see other DJs winning awards. And, Todd's been doing this for 41 years. Todd's been doing this for 41 years, setting the standard, raising the bar. But congratulations to Todd. Like I said, congratulations to WDCE. We were in the top 3 for the best radio show with our buddies John Reed and Jeff Katz. Friends of the show. John ended up winning that. We were also there for the the best reggae artist. No, we didn't win. But I tell you what, I'm telling you, yeah, no, wait. I had a song already ready to go. I had a song already. It was a good song too. It was a good song. It was if I would have won, I would have had to make sure that I solidified myself as a legitimate reggae artist. So how would I do that? Well, of course, I have to write my own reggae song. So, no, listen, I had the dreads. I had the dreads ready to go, Mud. Mudscuffer says, what about your dreads? I did have the dreads ready to go. We had dreads for the whole team, the whole crew. If we ended up having to go to the banquet or the festivities or whatever that was, we weren't able to get that. He said, let's hear it. No, let's hear it. Hear the no, I cannot sing the song just yet. I tell you what, we'll do the song at a later date. I need to do some mixing, right? Because if I have this reggae song, well, I could always do a reggae song a cappella, maybe just by myself, hearing just my beautiful puppet voice. Maybe I'll do some reggae, some 3-part reggae harmony. Yaman. Shaba, Mr. Lova, roll. No, but here's this. Sam Newsman Marley is what somebody said. Shadow band shoes. I can feel that. That's what they are. Shadow band shoes instead of cement shoes. It says shadow band shoes. That's a good one. That is a good one. Now, a couple of other things here. Now, I did wanted to get into. Did you guys see this? This is a. Hold on, we have the news. Of course, we always have the news. The real newspaper here in front of everybody. Make sure that I do have the news. This is the Washington Post, and it's been quite one of those interesting weeks. Biden says that he's running Defiant. Biden says, I am running. And Biden's aging is described as recently accelerating. All right. So wait a minute. That's not good. Hold on. Wait. Huh? So, it seems, did you see what happened? Biden's been getting all of the money taken away from him, right? James Carville comes out and says, let's not have anybody fund Democrats, and the heiress to Disney said she's not going to fund until he drops out, and Biden says he's running, and of course, saw the other night. I think it said that he'll only drop out if God tells him to, right? But then here comes Tom Fenton. Tom Fenton over Judicial Watch saying, he posted a video on Rumble the other night saying that Biden could drop out as early as Monday. So do you think that Biden's going to drop out? I don't think so. Well, I mean, I don't know so. Well, I don't know. I can't say I can't think so. If I did know, I probably already have signed NDAs. But here's what we're going to do. Shout out to my Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff, he has his own radio show too as well. And he decided he wanted to come up with this hashtag Run Joe Run. Why? Well, he says because he just wants to have Joe take the L. He wants Joe just to take the L because he thinks that Joe will lose if he does run. I'm saying no way. Joe is the comeback kid. Old Uncle Joe. And listen, nobody can stand beside their family in a shower better than old Uncle Joe. And I'm telling you what right now, hashtag Run Joe Run. Run Joe Run right to the shower because your family's already there. Okay, no, all right, listen, let me just stop. I'm going to stop. But yeah, so hashtag Run Joe Run. Shout out to Uncle Jeff for that. So I told him I would do that. So I told him I would do that. Stony, I see Stony Baloney and Mark Cosplay coming in here into the chat. So once again, we are broadcasting live. The Sam Cam on Instagram is up. It's up and running, finally. After months and months and months and months, we do finally have the Sam Cam on Instagram live, up and running. It's an exciting day. Exciting day because starting on Wednesday, yes, that's right, starting on Wednesday, the Best of Richmond from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Do we have the Richmond Times-Dispatch? We had just a second ago. I told right here it is. Yeah, right there it is. Okay, so we have the Richmond Times-Dispatch. The Richmond Times-Dispatch, the newspaper of record here in Richmond, Virginia. We are in the top 5 for the best morning radio show. The best morning radio show by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Now, there's a couple of ways you can vote. You can go to the Richmond Times-Dispatch. You can register. You have to sign up your email and all that stuff. But far be it from me to try to make it too difficult for you. Some people might say, well, I don't want to register, so I'm not going to vote. Well, here's what you can do. I want you to do me a favor right now. I want you to go into your telephone and type in this number. Type in this number because you're going to save this number. Now, the number is not going to work just yet, but you're going to save this telephone number. The phone number is 804-375-5011. All right, once again, that's 804-375-5011. All right, so one more time, 804-375-5011. Okay, so save that phone number, and then starting on Wednesday, what you're going to do is every 24 hours, you're going to text the number 190. Once again, from 190. You're going to text 190 to that number every single day from July 10th to July 28th. And if you do, every single day on all of your phones in your house, including your other family members, your kids, and everybody else, go to your grandparents' house, go grab their phones. If you have burner phones because you're dealing with some shady business, use those too. Doesn't really matter. Any phone that you have that does text messaging, make sure that you text 190. That's 190 to 804-375-5011. It's not going to work until Wednesday. Okay, it's not going to work until Wednesday. So don't go and try to do it just yet. But every 24 hours you can vote. The reason why this is important is because it's up to you. It is up to you. because the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning is in your hands. In fact, literally, it's at your fingertips. And so you might sit there and say, well, Sam, how can I help keep the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning alive? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You text 190, that is 190 to 804 375 5011. So that, and like I said, that starts Wednesday, and we'll be talking about that every single day. We'll be doing newsreels, we'll be on videos tonight. In fact, at 9 o'clock. No, sorry, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I'll be with my friends over at the 3POA network, the 3POA podcast. That is Laser Pants, Cato, as well as It's Chad. Over at 8 o'clock tonight. Of course, I do know there is wrestling tonight. However, been called by my friends a couple of days ago to be at the 3POA podcast. You know, about 500 people, 400 or 500 people will be watching. So it's a great opportunity, of course, to get this phone number out there to them too. But I want to shout out, of course, Laser Pants for the invite. Shout out, of course, to It's Chad. Shout out to Cato. And a couple of the guys will be there. The Valaverse panel was 2 weeks ago at Dallas Fort Worth. And last week, the video dropped on Valaverse.com, and we'll be going over all of those Valaverse drops this evening. 8 o'clock, that is right, the 3POA podcast is where we will be. And of course, you know, I'll be watching Money in the Bank too. I'll have that on another screen. It's not like I'm not going to be watching Money in the Bank. I mean, come on. Listen, I'm going to be talking to Professor Deep Cut Dave here in a few moments, and we're going to be talking about what? Yeah, that's right. We're going to be talking about Money in the Bank too. Now, and a couple of other things we're going to talk about are all of these songs that he sent over to me, which we were talking. You know, I didn't want to really go into. Well, I didn't want to go into. You know, I didn't want to tell you everybody what we were going to do. You probably did eventually understand and get what we were doing. But yeah, so I'm going to just let Dave take care of that. We got more things coming up here in just a few moments. Listen, I got one more song I'm going to play here. Professor's going to come back on the other side. We're going to talk about all those songs, give you some Money in the Bank predictions, and make sure that you're listening to us. Now, it is radio only, which means that you have to go to WDCE.org or download the Live 365 app and search WDCE. Now, this next segment, like I said, is radio only. But because our Instagram is finally working, I'll tell you what, I am going to come back at 11:11. 11:11, I'll be back here on the Sam Cam. And I was going to talk about maybe some Roswell stuff, but I don't know. I'm so excited that the camera's on now. I don't know what I'll do. But what I will do is I'm going to play this song, and Professor is going to be with us on the other side. And you guys are all going to learn something here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.